Hello and welcome to Stamping by Hannah and to Cardmaking 101. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I thought we would look at adhesives. This is the penultimate video in this Cardmaking 101 series. Next week we're actually going to make a card, isn't that exciting? But I thought I would show you the adhesives that I use. This isn't all the adhesives that Stampin' Up sell, but it's the ones that I use on a regular basis. So, these are them all, but I thought I'll clear them off and we'll look at each one individually. So my absolute most used adhesive is Snail. As you can see, this one's all gunky. Can you see that? Oh, lovely. This is our permanent tape runner. It is great for sticking paper to card. It is great for sticking for doing cards together. So if you're putting a layer onto the front of your card, this is brilliant. It's not very good for 3D projects unless you're just using designer series paper, but it is very handy. It's easily refillable. You just have to there's two little buttons on the side, you just pinch them together and it pops off and you pop a new one straight back on. And I love it and I use it all the time. My next most used adhesive is Fast Fuse. This is another permanent tape runner. This is super sticky. There is a bit of a technique to using this adhesive because it's so sticky. It tends not to break from itself. So if I just grab a piece of scrap, what have I got? A piece of Pretty Petals DSP that's just lying on my desk. So you need to put it down, run it back, and then you need to break that adhesive. So you need to go from one side, like a little check. And then the next time you glue, you need to go the other way, because otherwise this, I don't know how you can see this, there's a clear film that runs over that roller at the front. And eventually the film moves off the roller and you end up in a sticky mess. So my suggestion is you go one side and then the other, but it is so super sticky. The other great thing Fast Fuse is great for is because, as you can see, it's completely clear. You can't see it there really at all. It's fabulous for vellum, and once you've got that stuck, that is not coming undone. It's just not without a serious fight and probably ripping the paper. So that is Fast Fuse. My absolute new favourite is our tear and tape. I have always used this style of adhesive from the moment I started card making, before I found Stampin' Up, and I am so pleased that Stampin' Up now carry this. It is a super strong tape, but you do not need any scissors. So it comes in a roll, you just peel up the end and tear it off. Isn't that the coolest thing? And I'll just find another piece of scrap. When you adhere this down, obviously that's too long, I'll tear it off again. The backing tape, that white tape, comes off super easy. It's so simple. I love this, and it's really strong. This is the equivalent of that red liner tape, but it's much easier to use. It's much better than red liner tape. Love it lots. My next most used adhesive, this is a bit sad and sorry looking. This is my current pack of dimensionals. These are our dimensional adhesives, hence the name dimensionals. You've got about 2mm, not even 1/8 of an inch, I don't think, maybe 1/8 of an inch, kind of height on these, so they're great for adding dimensions and punches out shapes to your cards. They are fab, love those. Mini glue dots. These are great as well for sticking on little bits of things. I use them a lot for vellum. I use them a lot for, what else do I use? flowers and things, punched out flowers, and giving things so you can stick them down. They are a pressure sensitive adhesive, so you push them on and then, can you see that on my finger? They're tiny, tiny little things, but they are super sticky as well. And if you've watched any of my videos, you'll have seen me use these lots. They are also great for adding little bits of dimension to your projects. Then I have two what I would count as liquid glues that I use quite often. My Tombow, that's looking rather dirty actually, I do need a new one, mine is running out. Tombow is our multi-purpose liquid glue. It has two ends. It has a thin nozzle and a fat one. As you can see, I've never used the fat end, but the thin end gives you a perfectly just a perfect thin line of liquid glue right when you need it. I love Tombow. Tombow might be the best liquid glue I've ever used. It is super sticky, it tacks really quickly, so you've not got that waiting around time. And it's really handy, and I really need a new one. And the other one I use a lot is my two-way glue pen. This is fantastic because you have, the reason it's called two-way is because, as you can see, the tip on this is blue. When you glue something with this and the glue is blue, it is a permanent bond. If you let that glue dry, it'll go clear, and then it's a semi-permanent, like a post-it, which is great. And I use this quite often for, if I've made a card and I'm putting a gift card in it, I'll pop a little bit of two-way glue in, let it go clear, and then stick the gift card on it, and then the person can take the gift card out really easily, but it's well stuck. I love this. I also use my two-way glue pen a lot with die cuts. I'll try and remember to link my inlay die cutting video where I use this a lot. Love that. So that is my selection of top adhesives for card making. I will see you again next week for a card process video. I have a plan. I don't know if it's going to come off, but I have a plan. If you have, the week after that, I have a plan for a frequently asked questions blog post relating to card making 101. So if you have any questions at all about card making, let me know, and I will see what I can do. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.